think we are live. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Am I audible? Live. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, I am. Okay. Am I audible? Live. Yes. Okay, so hello everyone. For those of you who are usual viewers of these streamings, yes, I'm afraid that today we cannot count on Alex. Hello everyone. Sorry about that. Today it's gonna be me, and this week to celebrate Sasa's birthday. Today we have the birthday bash. Happy birthday, Sasa! And in your anniversary, actually, today we are going to play a game that is almost on its anniversary as well, and its developers company. Today we are going to play Indiana Jones, but not the Great Circle. We are going to play one of the retro gaming classics of all times, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, developed by LucasArts in 1992. This is considered as one of the apocryphs fourth movie that was never done. We all know what happened with the fourth movie. This is probably one of the most celebrated and famous video game installments of the character and the saga of Indiana Jones ever. So I can tell you with words how excited I am about starting playing this game. And for the sake of audio testing, and especially for the sake of the amazing audio that developers and technicians carried out in this game, I'm going to shut myself just to be able to listen the intro with the classic theme of Indiana Jones by John Williams. So there we go. So we start with a classic Indiana Jones adventure. Indiana Jones and finding the stuff that you have lost in the middle of the basement. Maybe not very epic, but everyone who has ever worked in a laboratory can tell that is academically accurate. So, just for the sake of context, let's say that this game is working with a system that nowadays is basically classic and ancient for some ages, the so-called SCUM, C-S-U-M-M, standing for, my memory, standing for, okay, I have to check what does it stand for, but basically it's a system that was created for one specific game, another big classic of retro gaming called Maniac Mansion from 1986. For those of you who know it, this system is very recognizable as the way to give instructions to your character through several words that you can see in a menu below, and or pointing and clicking to the different elements in the environment. And when you click on them, the characters react by saying a sentence, like some kind of funeral urn. Sometimes it's specifically obvious, as we can see, or sometimes funny. And when you click the right one, things happen and the situation unfolds. So this is basically the way. A script creation utility for Maniac Mansion, SCUM, the name of this system, was basically the type of so many classic games that a lot of retro lovers can remember, apart from Maniac Mansion and yours truly here, like the very big classic Monkey Island, of course. So essentially, Indy is looking for something here, and all the commentaries go in the spirit of the best humor of the saga. Let's check if it's a big crate we are looking for. It says unidentified potsherds, positively archaeologic. So maybe okay, the gaping hole makes sense that we want to go down. And come on, Indy, you're Indiana Jones. Go. I think we have read them all, what every archaeologist says about his or her bookshelf. I particularly love the gag on the books collections here, because there are books on weapons, books on tools, books on dig sites, essentially the three pillars of archaeology. And let's check around, statues, please. Indiana Jones and the bill that university sent me for repairs. Yeah. Cat figurines. Tip copy. I have always loved how Indiana Jones is able to determine if something is true or fake, or if something is this or that language, or even speak or translate this or that language in like this. It's like the ultimate genius archaeologist in the 30s. It's a pre-Doctor Who. After Doctor Who, of course. So, let's go to the chute. Okay, looks slippery. And that was the participation of a cat in this game. Just video games and cats, you know. Yeah, this is something I love of these classic games, point and clicks, turn system, and so on. There is a lot of silly humor and absurd comedy implied in them, and I really love how they played sometimes in the most essential way, like approaching to the furnace and making the character say, "It's hot." It's the kind of joke that first time maybe you don't get, but after 5 or 6, just the recurrency makes it funny. It's see it coming. Let's see if we find what we're looking for. Check the locker. In the left locker. Look. Anything in the middle locker. Look. Anything in the right locker. Yeah. So what is this? Form statue. Now, our guest last week, John Robert Matsky, a composer, and at the very end of our streaming, told us to pay attention to the music in this game, and he was spot on. Just something interesting about the soundtrack here, even if we are not appreciating it as a great piece of audio, because of course it's not a philharmonic orchestra. it's a total technological exploit because compared it with the way that music sounded in video games back in the day, early 90s, late 80s, not only great quality but a masterpiece of compression and quality in those conditions. But first, let's check this statue. Let's open it. I'm Indiana Jones. I am breaking archaeological record, of course. Let's open the chapter in history. Putting it together. One wall, indeed. Small metal bead. Jewelry? Ritual? Of course, you think it's a fake? That's the mysterious blonde guy who has German accent in Indiana Jones is the bad guy against all odds. So stand back, gentlemen. Voice twist. Henry Jones Jr. doing what he does best, punching Nazis. Style, but it's old. Initial chronology, old. And a copy of National Archaeology with no one else than Dr. Henry Jones Jr., his supervisor for the Gastrix expedition, his first real job. And Sophia Happy. From Boston. Giving up archaeology and becoming a psychic. Quite a reasonable liberal decision, yeah? What if he finds her? He will burn the woman. Indiana Jones goes incognito. Coldest year of my life in Iceland with Sophia. At the end of the day, Indiana Jones is a very much Casablanca or Maltese Falcon kind of character, and it shows. And of course, here we have map, red line, and music. The iconicity of this saga is so wonderful. So here we go. Marvelous soundtrack, as you are hearing. It's consistent all through and through, with 9 different actions that we can use this time. And of course, combination with different objects that we can pick up and interact with the environment. Hey, this is a classical music. So, something I really like of this type of games, and especially LucasArts Productions this time, is that they play with the possibilities of the environment much more than you can initially check. Because if you see where we are right now, the possibilities are very obvious. We can try the theater entrance, we can try the new shop. Actually, we can try it. Let's go. Let's look at those. Appear to be locked. Surprise. Get taker. Okay, let's talk to her. Okay. Hi there. So loud, sir. Now wait, man, just for comment. No exceptions. So essentially, when the only door is locked, what you start to do is messing around, of course, video games logic. But look at newspaper, of course. Newspaper, because who cares? We are still archaeology, we are not going to steal a newspaper. Come on. Let's look at the news. Yeah, we cannot look at them. And this is my point. essentially what seems to be a little sim in a small environment, by moving around, keeps developing and unfolding. And it's something I really like of these games, because at the end of the day, they were exploiting a great space resource out of very little, very few technical resources. Because at the end of the day, this is 8 bits, even if sometimes it doesn't look like. So, for example, if we pull the door, maybe can move it. Come on, Indiana Jones, can you move the door? Nope, he can't. So open the door. Conveniently unlocked, unconveniently watched. What do you want, Paul? This is a thing I would like. I would love to interrogate Alex with these questions and see what he prefers. But let's say I'm the fire inspector. I don't look like one, but wait a minute. Let me fix the lights. Take a hike. Wait a minute. And with the band. Jeez. This is like going to an exam revision at university. There is no right answers. Okay, just because I love to call someone Darwinian nightmare. What do you think? Fancy Dan college boys. Okay, I'm keeping the manners just because we are starting the game. Okay, good night. This guy's a good security wall, literally. So, explore the back alley. You see, that's my point. Unfolding and unfolding base resources. And of course, okay, let's pull the crate. Because at the end of the day, in a video game, everything is about moving boxes, as Zelda told us. Any other crate? Yeah, let's push the crate. Can I go down? No. This is the horrible thing about point and click, as much as I remember them from my own times, as we are witnessing here today. The need for accuracy, until you don't push, pull, or do exactly the required action on the required object, you are basically blocked. And sometimes could be desesperating, and you have to wait for next day until you don't want to break your display. And yeah, but then suddenly, out of luck or unconsciously, you click the right thing, and there you go. So let's try another way. Maybe pulling that crate there. Okay, what about pushing it? There you go. We go now to the block. Okay, can we push it now? There you go. So there we go. Yes, I am the new doorman, of course, sir. I need to talk to so-called psychic. Call that fraud over there. Will you go? Okay. Madame Sophia. So. So here, my friends, is Atlantis. Big mystery in the game entitled The Fate of Atlantis. Being glorious, prosperous, technically advanced, beyond our wildest dreams. Mono-winged planes, 5,000 years ago. Mighty spirits of Atlantis dared to build a city where knowledge and power were united in true happiness. Centuries later, the famous philosopher Plato wrote about it. He placed Atlantis on a continent out in the deep ocean. He described how it was divided into 3 circular parts, which as you see here. So, here we are, 1992. This is not a talkie version. No, I'm sorry, Linuxona. We are playing the floppy disk version so that we can see the dialogues written, so that we can hear the music, my voice, and dialogues. Basically, because the talkie version was basically a storm of sound altogether for the streaming. And actually, it has some kind of charm to see the dialogues and the way they are displayed on the screen. Sorry. Yeah. It's quite interesting because 1992, 8 bits, cum system, and here we have basically all the tropes of pseudo-archaeology already displaying and aging like milk, actually. Even if they are basically used the same way nowadays in social media. All these archetypical ideas of ancient civilizations, hyper-technological for current standards of the time, disappear mysteriously. This is the essential hotspot. It's fascinating how this thing has sustained so solidly for more than 3 decades. But I stopped chatting. Let's see if we can. Nope. The exciting part. How we call this serene city, we may never know for sure. Is it the sea level slowly creeping higher, or the earth itself suddenly shifting? However it happened, panic must have gripped the seafront. On that fateful day when proud Atlantis sank beneath the waves. There you go. Or perhaps it was a volcanic eruption and something remains even now. On some questions, the great spirit who guides my thoughts, there we go, the all-seeing Nu Up Soul is silent. So yeah, this psychic has taken the trope of a magician told me in a dream and turned it into a professional way. Yep. So thanks, Linuxona. So let's see if we can. Nope, we can't. She's still talking. Yeah, she is. But we cannot hear her. Okay, so how can we get to the levers? The stage hand. Excuse me. Yeah. What did you like to call it today? Oh, you get to run the ghost, huh? Interesting. Excuse me. Something you'd rather be doing, like not being here? Show business is my whole life. Then you're the stage hand. Any hobbies? Why are we distracting this guy? Something to read then? Okay. He may take a look at something to read. So let's give him maybe a newspaper. Here. 8th edition. Well. Oops. Sorry, cut interferences here. There we go. Nothing like giving social media or newspaper for the sake of 90s to anyone to distract them. So now we have access to it. Let's see. So let's say that I pull a lever and see what happens. In that direction. Okay, let's say I push it. Light. We have light. Ever heard about the book saga? It is an almost vanished time capsule that was preserved by one family in Finland for hundreds of years. How is that? The book saga? It's like a book saga? Curiously, Luxana, tell us more. Tell us more, please. Let's keep pushing levers and see what happens. The basic of engineering. Oh, we have movement. We have movement. Push the middle lever. Nothing. Such a classic in point and click. When you think you're about to get it, nope, it vanishes. So, okay, it's moving. So maybe I have to pull the first one again. Nope. Okay, more elements. Something to interact. U, B. Oh yeah, button. There is always a button. Okay. Push the button, please. The Atlantic god of this And there you go. Atlantis was rather an era of time. Atlantis, which in ancient root language means all land size. Oh wow. Wow. That's pseudo-linguistic, so to speak. Wow. So that's the way you kill some rope-hanging dog in video game. I can never help thinking that scene in particular is a homage to William Castle, the king of gimmick, the guy who used to pull rubber skeletons over audiences in cinemas just to give a freaking environment and so on. Having Indiana Jones taking the surroundings, literally, no one here, no one there. And here's the bad guy, ominously blonde and wearing a robe for some reason. About what? I have the samples you spoke of. This is something I love of 8-bit animation. Even with the very limited resources, they were always investing in these little gestures, details, or actions that gave such humanity to movements. It's something I always remember of Final Fantasy VII, for example. With these little actions of, combing her hair or approaching to something, it was so vivid. So listen to this. Germans claim victory in worldwide race to smash the uranium atom. Bad news. Two scientists, Dr. Hans Liebermann, previously mentioned in the phone book, announced his plan to harness these forces. So, Indiana Jones the scientific. Okay, shall we give stupid answers from 2025? Or, yeah, let's see. So you're looking for the power of Atlantis, of course. Yet. Okay. It's interesting because here we have the opportunity of giving comebacks to Indiana Jones himself for once, and actually tell to his face what everyone who is more or less related to archaeology has always thought about him for decades, that he's concealing important artifacts. And ironically, in this scene, we are watching the world upside down because history is behind the plot of this video game, because indeed, historically, Nazi Germany was quite interested in Atlantis myth, and actually the certain excavations in Iceland were impulsed and financed and funded, looking for the remains of that civilization, believing it was there in order to, of course, enforce the mythological mindset of Nazi leaders, especially Himmler. There is a fascinating book about this. Watch closely the necklace. The bed is made of orichalcum, mystery metal first mentioned by Plato. Metal in his mouth and... Yeah, hard not to see. Creepy. Nude up sound. The spirit is closed. Okay, just because it's what I would say. Ironically, orichalcum is an actual material actually mentioned by Plato in one of his sources, but of course, that's what the script writers took and used like a vulture to a bone. Come from? This is a fair question. Who knows where these beats really come from? I'm getting something. Speak. You see the hand movement, just making it very human. A book. The Lost Dialogue of Plato, of course. You know, the name of the rose recovered the lost book of Aristotle, so here we are recovering the lost book of Plato. It's a process. And as many scholars thought for many years, that book is a legendary hoax. If the Nazis have already found a copy, you ever think of that? What if? So yeah, Icelandic passport in Galacticos. John Hindle. Icelandic. I love this animation. You know, Indiana Jones has dealt with spirits, with voodoo, with magic stones, but one of the greatest mysteries of the saga is how does it connect to the dreams? That's another day, and finally we have a week. Now we can feel safe. Welcome to Iceland. It's a country we are visiting quite a lot in the streaming lately. So let's take a look at the present. So let's walk to the tent, maybe the encampment. Yeah. Encampment, nothing. And we just open the encampment. No, doesn't seem to open. Okay, all the excitement is. Hello, sir. Okay. Wow, that's instinct. So basically, this guy is the only one working alone in a dig site in Iceland. That's really having his own excavation. So, okay, politeness. Yes, that's undeniable. Never asked this question to anyone. Of course, the secret of Hyperborea, but the Greeks call Iceland. It's a fog-shrouded land. How they never set foot upon it? Well, they say after thousands of miles. By buses. Poppycock, wow, the vocabulary. What actually stopped them, Doctor? Maybe this is happening. Of course you will. Why letting the woman speak? Of course, of course. Yeah, you know, Occam's knife, always the most reasonable explanation. Hmm. Okay, let's go for Plato's book. Charles Steinhardt in Cal and a shabby fellow who claims he translated the whole thing. That's a claiming. I'm Felipe Costa, India's slowest island, a flawless island. Sharp face. Okay, these beings show up here. Here we go for beings. These travelers come to Earth. It's like Atlantis. You see, all the tropes of pseudo-archaeology and these aliens trope are not new at all. Well, of course, Von Daniken was 20 years before this video game, roughly. So, Hyperborean Atlantis? The Jasper expedition, of course. Clearly Atlantean pieces. Atlantean A, Atlantean B, specified, of course. Okay, yeah. Just signal the boxes. Stanhan Costa. Well, see you. Hello. So, this guy discounts the supernatural but calls everyone fellow believer, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this obscure object. Real figurine. Captain Eyes. How to use the whip? Really. Let's never lose the opportunity of checking the environment, because in these games there are always surprises. Something very similar to what we could see in a Broken Sword or such, which keeps all the spirit of Indiana Jones in a very different style, of course. But no, apparently not. Let's go. Something very interesting of these games, and that is fully lost in most of actions or drama video games nowadays, is that whenever you are in an impasse like this, you have information, you have possible destinations, etc., something really productive is talking to your companions, which has been lost or quite lost in the dynamic of companion or double characters in current video games. I think let's go to Sophia. Let's see what happens. Yes. First logical assumption, yeah. Let's see. Space for my eyes. So what do we know now? Let's recap. Rostan Starhard. Yes. Okay, let's look around. If there is nothing else we can do interacting here, I guess yes, because encampment is not really offering any options. I think so. No, we cannot pick up the encampment only, so let's go to the truck and use the truck. Yeah. So that's it. We took a whole flight from New York to Iceland just to ask 2 questions. How much money have mobile phones saved? So where do we go? Azores, Tikal, New York? For the sake of proximity, let's go to the Azores first. Quite a beautiful destination, real Azores Islands. Not sponsoring here, but they are really amazing. Guy has quite a house. Okay. let's open the door and see what happens. Because, I mean, trespassing, not a big deal. Back down. Sure, him. There's some priceless artifact. I don't want it. Yeah, nothing obscure or shady, man. Shall we go blunt? Shall we go sneaky? Let's go blunt. Until you find it. Fellow believer. Okay, copy the list. We also try the location of its shorelines finish in Finland. Gregoria means the north. Saga location modern day Helsinki Hell was not probably for air shifted at seas a bit. Wow. But is this literary or some kind of fake developer such in Sona? I ask you first. And then read the question here. Boy, I'll tell you. I think we are gonna be hit. The Azores. So this is another candidate for Atlantis, because who doesn't have a candidate for Atlantis? But there is Azores, Canary Islands, Greenland, Iceland. So are we gonna have to sneak into another place? Sophia can convince you. Here, you talk to the man. Yeah. Second opinion, maybe. And now we are Sophia. Something really interesting of this game that has caught my attention for decades. It's an Indiana Jones game, but you can play more characters. And 1992. Some parts of the game, actually quite a lot of part of the game has to be completed by playing Sophia directly. It's something remarkable considering the mindset behind not only the character and the saga of Indiana Jones, but also the video game creation back in the day. This is quite unique, if you know what I mean. So let's go to the door. With an answer. A touchy old bird. And of course the answer is different. The guys in sandals and wearing a twisty chains. Very interesting. Actually, he's named after the family dog. Yeah, knowledge of the saga is very much in this game. Actually, something interesting about this game is that for a long time was considered to be like the fourth Indiana Jones movie, when there were only 3. Basically because there was a lot of investment from the very same creation of the movie saga in this game. Actually, the script for this video game was taken from a script that was originally ruled out for the 4th movie. And apparently part of the designs and the matte paintings that were created by some of the original matte painters creators for the movies are projected and re-sketched for this video game. So the spirit, the script writing, and the aesthetics are logically matching with the movies in this game. Tell us about Atlantis. Let's get big first. This is Atlantis, Azores, not Atlantis. What happens to Atlanteans? They left. So they left, but their spirits remain. So they went as zombies, and so when they woke up, that's what raised Walking Dead. Now it makes sense. Sorry. You mean bad luck? system, one can also trace the meanings of so many words and things. Oh, I see. Sona. So it's like a concept like the very Lovecraftian concept of Necronomicon that also implied that there was this text encrypting of some mythical sound from the Tolkien times, and if you learn how to pronounce them properly, you could acquire the knowledge by the magic of the sound imprinting your brain. Oh, I see the trope. Yeah, most of these tropes are coming and going around all these pseudo-archaeological, mystical stories. Yeah. So, what is Atlantis in the Azores? Interesting. Didn't place anything? Fair. It's just the facts, man. It's better to how to play Greek. See this last dialogue you mentioned? Have you read it? Nope. Okay, you know what's in it? I mean, when someone's so chatty, it's reduced to a single word in his answers. Yeah, you know. Do you have it? Not exactly. Sir, this is starting to be a long conversation. For a rare Atlantean artifact. Surprise me. Okay, for sudden surprises, the man who shot a sword man in the middle of an Egyptian street market is your man. So, Mr. Jones, please. Yes, trigger. We won this, sir. Sweet old guy, yeah. He's a teddy bear. So, So this guy was some Atlantean artifact, like the necklace, but we are not giving our necklace, so maybe it's time to go to Tikal. Yeah, and we simply take over as Indy or Sophia, whether the conversation or the action requires one or the other characters. So it's something that we are watching nowadays in so many video games. Of course, Assassin's Creed comes to mind for obvious reasons since Odyssey. Okay, let's go to Tikal and see if we are luckier in the other location. Because the great privilege of video games, apart from resurrecting, is traveling for free. So, Tikal it is. Oh, what is Indiana Jones without a good jungle? Let's go to the jungle. Animals. Some huge for some reason. Jungle rodent. Can we talk to the jungle rodent? Piece of advice if you are trying this game or any other point-and-click classic games, never dismiss any possibility, no matter how ridiculous it sounds, because sometimes you find gold in the reactions, like talking to a rodent, which apparently we cannot. Okay, let's look at it first. Yeah, the jungle rodent looks like a jungle rodent. Yeah. So, jungle path. Look. Second jungle path. There you go. Hello, Mr. Parrot. So, how does Indiana Jones passes over this breaking on the floor where there is a convenient link tree in which we can use our whip? Hello. Snakes. What is happening with snakes? So I hate snakes. Can we use the whip on the snake? I mean, what can go wrong? Can we use the whip on the parrot? No, we can't. Okay, let's get back to the jungle for 1 second. So can we pick up the jungle rodents? Too far. Okay, so this is the game. We have to approach him. Come on, jungle rodent. Don't go away. We have no dark intentions apart from a giant anaconda on the other side. So there we go. No, small rodent. Yeah, the creature is too far away. Maybe now. There you go. Yep, fellow. The cycle of life and all that, I guess. Thank you for the reference, Linuxona. Okay, with the tree. Oh, come on, that won't work. Really? Nope. Okay, let's look at a tree. Okay, if it looks flexible, what can go wrong by pulling it? No. Okay. By using the whip on any part of the tree? No. Pick up tree. Okay, let's do the most obvious thing. Let's talk to the parrot. Of course you can't. So can we just climb to the tree? There we go. Some bridge. Hey, Lee. I love how people Hello. Yeah, the obvious question. How do you get over here? Yeah. Yeah, what do we do now? Think about it. How fascinating it is that we have come to the last place in the jungle and there is a small trinket shop. Commerce never stops. So, let's take a look at the trinket shop. Let's take a look at the temple. Use of the Mayans, it's not my field. Oops, stop there. Beg your pardon. So, the temple is unsafe. Postcards, replicas of the temple, souvenir mugs, some spam can. Mr. Charles Stanhart, PhD, independent thinker, researcher, merchant, and taxi driver, apparently. So, what about the temple? Glad you asked. Let's give it. I ask you, does it look like the work of primitive savages? Yeah, another great trope. So, how come that primitives are savages or not, depending on whatever country? Because I have never heard that they call savages the guys who built up Stonehenge, but suddenly, yeah. I can tell you that. I worry you were here to film my last copy. No. How dare you thinking that, sir? Tell us about Mr. Smith, sorry. Did he? With a German accent and a pistol. So Smith, yeah. I know that you are a pair of silly tourists. Well, look at the hat, sir. Reputable scholars, Dr. Jones. Indiana? The name of one of your states. Possibly a cat. Poor man, he has great memories of that dog. They are destroying them. Another guy with another location for Atlantis. That's a very interesting developers here. Actually, it's obvious that whether it was original movie script writing or script writing for a video game, developers were doing their homework, exploring the tropes and the mystique of all these pseudo-archaeologist world, because it's so recurrent that if you dig deep enough, you are going to find someone with a theory of the location of Atlantis, for example, anywhere around the world. Same way that you can find so many responsibles for the construction of so many buildings and constructions from ancient times, such as pyramids. So it's quite a beautifully developed wink here in the game that wherever you go, that's where you have Atlantis, or that's where you have the big mystery, conveniently next to the door of the person writing the book or investigating the place. Does that mean we can to the wrong place? Never. Oh, legends and rumors die hard, that's true. Rumors, sir. Temple was built by men who are not men. Men who are not men. Is that a very complex and sexist way of saying women? Men with snakes, giant snakes with men for heads, giant heads with snakes for men. Do you actually believe Atlanteans live here, sir? Look at my trousers, man. Of course I do. I would like to explore the temple. Lost dialogue of Plato. And this is where erudition fails me, basically because I don't remember what was the answer in the game, so I am trying my luck. Tetrahedron. I suspect that the color in the room knows the answer. Four-sided solid. Accurate. Hey, this parrot reads. Caribou. Don't remember this. Untitled. You know, I mentioned it before. There is a logical feeling, connection, and vibe of a game like Monkey Island and this game. Not only because both are developed by LucasArts, and they are actually like 6 years apart. Is that the two main responsible for the development and script writing, final script writing of this video game, both of them were involved in the development of Monkey Island to a different extent. And we are talking about the mid-80s to mid-90s, the golden times of humor in video games, something that some of us really miss. These situations, this kind of mocking the hero and bringing it down to a very absurd comic situations, which is also a component of Indiana Jones movies, much more developed, much more extended in the game, of course, is well suited for this spirit of, okay, let's go epic, but let's also go silly comic, you know. Let's go to the parrot once again and use the most powerful force in universe, food. Only want a cracker. Okay, we need crackers. Of course. Let's explore the trinket shop. Maybe. Can we? Okay, kerosene lamp. That can be convenient. Yes. Okay. Hello, Mr. Bot. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sure. I am. No thanks. What can I do for you? Okay, no, we are not gonna. So, how are the principles of Indiana Jones? This guy can steal archaeological artifacts from legendary civilization. He cannot steal some trinket from a guy who is not even there. The Hippocrates? I don't think so, but Hippocrates. Quack. Fortunately, this guy is giving us more than one chance. Very sportive. So, can we pick up the kerosene lamp? Or maybe Mr. Parrot is the alarm? Yeah. Let's try it. Three is a charm, they say. You must be taking it out for the pen. Logic pen. Yeah, this game is from 1992 and it shows. Now, more options. Okay, we have tried 2 out of 3, so the gluteus maximus. Okay, we all know it's not going to be the answer, but my point about humor in video games again. Monty Python style this time. So, in case of blockade, talk to your companion. Now, for those of us watching us and probably taking a look at the clock and knowing about our usual timing, we are not going to complete this game so much in the spirit of our retro gaming. Basically, we will finish when time is over, and we are really encouraging everyone to play by themselves. It's not a difficult game to find online for free, and especially it's a very, very interesting game to finish because it takes between 4 to 8 hours, depending on how much you like to fool around. I am playing really slowly here. And the development, the situations, the interactions, the comicity, and even the resolution are really interesting and quite epic if you want to play it seriously. So don't stop trying it, please. So back around jungle, where Sophia came through, and back to the car. So we need to know the title of the book, which of course the old man knows, but the old man wants the necklace that Sophia is not gonna give him, so this is the end that we love. And my instinct tells me that the parrot somehow has the answer, so we need crackers. At the end of the day, everything is reduced to crackers. So. Can we give nation archaeology to the parrot? Maybe it's so old that it tastes like crackers? Nope. Can we use the whip in the parrot? Nope. So, kerosene lamp. Can we use the whip on the kerosene lamp? The guy shows up again. Nah, really. With a 3-inch pewter replica of the temple. Pewter. Yeah. He just like to look around. You wish? Investment grade curious. Okay, what if we give nation archaeology to him? Yeah, doesn't want it. What about if we now try to pick up this? For now, let me guess. We run out of postcards? Yeah, dead end. Yeah. So it's either trading the necklace against Sophia's wish or discovering how to bribe the parrot. The usual split road in life. So Okay, let's say Sophia can come please him in another way. Excuse me. I'll just start her again, or yeah. Yes, sir. So let's go for the last option. I don't know the title. Obviously, you are not serious about this. Yeah. So let's move on. I say let's try to trade the necklace and let's see if we can find a way. Back to a source from Tikal in less than 20 seconds. Ain't video games magic. Mention the very use of the big saga. Wow, this first. Well, Lincoln and this ban X, ban 1. Wow. Meaning that planets are numbered? That's a word? Whoa. Okay. So, Sophia, let's trade and see what happens. Mr. Costa, I love your coffee. Hello again, Professor. Unless you have some trade. Hey, sir, please. No. Yeah. Okay. I hate when they don't make it easy to interact. Which is the reason that there is a range from 4 to 8 hours to finish the game. Shall we go hello yourself QT? No, I don't want to go QT. No. I'm gonna have to go QT with him. I feel it in my bones. And what is worse, I feel it in Sophia's bones. Okay, let's go obvious. Yeah, that's the point. This game is 1992 for better or for worse, you know. Hi, sweetie. Oh, not even that? Oh. So, and this is the kind of loophole that is so typical of point-and-click games. So, how about giving the necklace? No, that's not an option. Take over. So if I cannot negotiate violently with this guy, I have no more option than to try to find a way to bribe the Barrett. So let's filter options here. Background that I can use. I don't think this is working, but what if it does? Wouldn't it be amazing that we are losing that option just because we've never tried? Yes and no. That's a very intelligent answer, I must say. No, don't say it. Okay, let's talk about trading. What you got? He is not gonna take it now. No, we are not at them. No. Let's see all my articles for some mysterious reason. Okay, she's not giving the necklace, and I am not giving Indiana Jones' whip, of which I have a replica over there, so we have a standoff. Nope. Okay, parrot bribery it is. Not that we can sneak into this guy's house, right? Window. No, we have to crack him, so let's use the card. What a hint for this Mr. Costa situation. Oh, Linuxona, so you have experience with the game as well? I would really like some refreshment, because last time I played this game, I think was 1 year ago, so out of nostalgia. If you want to give me some hint, I really appreciate it. They are always welcome. Path around the jungle, so yeah. More information from this fellow. Echo. Yeah, you had to say it. Okay. Let's go. Probably want a cracker. Crackers, how can we drive him? That must be for later. Any other element in the environment we can interact with? Example. And I guess we cannot simply, yeah. Well, Mr. Costa is into feminine elements. I tried the cutie thing, but didn't work. It's like I haven't been attractive enough. So, because Sophia is not talking to Sternhardt, so not that we can use the whip on him, right? Maybe I have too many action video games. Let's just try it. Okay. I don't guess we can push the guy, right? No. So negotiation is not working here, and only Sophia's charms, as you point to us, Noxona are not working, Mr. Costa. So back to Mr. Costa. This coming and going is part of the charm and part of the annoyance of these point and click games, I must say. However, when video games used to make you think about how to solve something that is bigger than 30 seconds, or longer than 30 seconds, or bigger than some wheels that have to match. Like, how do you interact with these wheels? In this case, are people. Let's see if the feminine element works again. Scribble. Exactly, this is true. Scribble in Iceland, remember? Yeah. Talk to him again. Let's see if we can allure the old Portuguese guy. Hello yourself, cutie. You see, giving all the help I can. How can we raise the feminine element here? I want to stop calling it the feminine element. Sounds weird. Pick up the necklace. I already have it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Open the door. Mr. Costa. I don't remember. It's Radiant Professor. Yeah, giving you all the help I can. Yeah. Hey, the dance. I see you got it already now. Just something trading for me. Yeah, but we are not trading the necklace. Not Sophia is not willing to it. So. Give the necklace to Indy, maybe. I'm starting to wonder if, even in our retro gaming, we are going to have to summon the holy spirits of Walthrough. What is that? This necklace with door. Yeah. Yes, we are never giving up the necklace. So, any other hint? Any other idea? People in the chat. So, Linux Sona from. And yes, let's get over. Okay, now. Okay, yeah. I think I kind of remember. So Sophia has several objects in her office because she's, a free market person. So maybe if we get back to New York, we can take something to trade with him. Let's see if that works. Hilda has going to dedicate his word a hint. Oh, yeah, same spirit, but for the Icelandic guy. Spot on. Let's get back to Iceland. He's dedicated. Yeah. Let's see if that is, because we cannot interact with the material here. It will be so easy to pick it up from this table, but no. That's too tempting. Okay, Mr. Heimdall. Do you have anything fancy for us? What's to butter me? Where do you say pieces? What is Starham Costa? Man, if you knew. What is this? The bronze wheel here. Homing beacon for wayward spaceships. Of course. Most logical explanation. Hello, Billy. Not that we can pull it, I guess, but it would be amazing to be able to get the figurine to trade. Because, I mean, black market, basic piece of Indiana Jones work. So, we have not yet been dedicated enough. Something else to do still. Yeah. I said we check the office of Sophia. Maybe we can do something over there. Yeah. Clearly, we need to give this man time to work. I can help thinking about dynamite, but it's because I am projecting from Broken Sword. So, yeah. Maybe looking at the gunman, maybe there is some tool. Still living here. Yeah, of course it is. No. It would be glorious if at the end of a game like this, it told you how many equivalent real kilometers you have traveled all through, just because you didn't know what to do. Oh no, New York is the campus, it's not Sophia's place. Right. But maybe we have some. And you could have been with me here. I was going to ask you. Hey, that's cruel, even for Indiana Jones standard. Sharp and narrow. Let's look around. Ain't no way we can't. Yeah, exactly, office door. Yeah, exactly. Let's check the vault. Trunk. Of course. Nothing useful here. Maybe the shelves. Some other pseudo-Atlantean stuff from the Well of Souls. Let's check the shelf. The library. Up here with the famous quotes. So, what cost us it about? Oh, yeah. True. Good point. Linux icebox, maybe. Because why not? Whoa. Guess I could have a clean out. I guess it's mayonnaise, so it looks like used motor oil. Okay, didn't need that information. Nope. So are the shelves that to be idle? No. Letters from the school principal to my dad. Same way. Regarding Henry. Oh, that's a wink. That's a beautiful wink, because Regarding Henry is another movie starred by Harrison Ford, nonetheless. That purple meteor on the top shelf will stop glowing. Oh, that's a wink to Day of the Tentacle, another game developed by more or less the same developers as Maniac Mansion, and actually it's a spin-off from it. So, wow. They were creating their own little universe here. So interesting. So, no other element maybe here that we can bring to Costa? Because why not looting our own university? So it's broken pots all through, right? Yeah. I have played all my cards here, but I feel so. Any other inspiring idea? Sona, you are being such a great help today. This is why I should never play alone. So nothing to interact here. Nah, that's the vault. Was a good idea. Nothing to do in the desk. No. Oh. If we take in New York, we get back to the campus, right? Yes, that would have been too sophisticated for. And can we get to the library? I mean, the beginning of the game was full of statues and stuff. There you go. I know the place. Yeah, but we cannot go up, right? Yeah. Damn it. And I don't think there is another Atlantean stuff in one of these lockers, just magically. Of course not. And of course, stairs are closed for repairs because some jackass was falling down the roof. For the tower. Okay, I see we have similar ideas about some stuff then. But I don't see how the mention of the library can help us here, because I mean, here's the library, but to access to him we need the object and we cannot get it from Tikal, so So what are we missing? That's a good question. I'll say let's go to Tikal. I have the hunch, and this is our hunch. If the hunch doesn't work, we will it will resort to the god of Walrus. But I keep suspecting that we are missing something about the little parrot, and the fact that we cannot take any tracker or any trinket or such is so suspicious. Yeah, Caribou and Tyler too. Yeah. I don't think that will work. No, because we cannot pull the poor bird, right? No. Okay, 1 second. The tree was active. Auto tree. Auto parrot. No. Okay, what about push? When logic doesn't work. So maybe Can we use the whip on the tree just to scare the hell of the parrot? No. Okay. And what about push? We are gonna have to speak with this guy again, right? Yeah. Unofficial Tikal key ring. Yeah, I want that. Lost dialogue of plate. I keep loving the name. Players. Battle bloke. So let's. Okay, yeah. Finally, it has to be Costas. Any other idea, Minnesota? Because I confess that I am starting to consider Walfru here. Just, unlocking destiny. Okay. So I guess it's not possible to convince Sophia to give us the stuff, right? That would be too magical. Told him again. Oh, and Sophia, hey, why is not now? Okay, I am not gonna lie to you, Linuxana, especially because you are up. Oh, hello, Max. What? Normally, not a bumps the stream happen in time. Sorry, late. Oh, come on, Max, please, for God's sake, don't say sorry. you're one of the you're the most loyal viewer here. So basically, we are stuck in a little dead end in the middle of Indiana Jones adventures, and we are between some Portuguese old guy who doesn't want to give us information and some parrot in the middle of the jungle who doesn't want to give us information. Our daily routine. So apparently the dynamic goes that, how do you make a rhyme with that? Untitled too, yeah. Apparently the dynamic goes that after asking this man for a title, we have to go straight away to the parrot, if I understood it well. So let's see if that works. So, listen, sir. And let's explore the temple for hopefully last time. I don't know the title, and that's when the parrot's activated. That makes sense, though it's not so intuitive. Okay, Birdie, there we go. Title, please. Hermocrates. Hey, that's what it said the first time. Yeah. A monument to the genius of mayors. Yeah. So now we have unlocked it. The things you had to do before Google. So, Easter. Hermocrates. That's it. That's what the parrot said. There we go. I don't trust this guy. Me neither. He has been asking us for the same thing like 7 times. Indiana Jones inside the temple. The way it started, the way it continues. Okay, animal head. It could use a nose. Well, spiral design. More deeply etched. Huh. And this is less deeply etched. So can we pull the more deeply etched? I can just tarnish capital gum up. And can we pull any other ones? No. No more elements to interact. Listen, not that I love to speak with this guy, but so really, have you found nothing here? This is where you are stuck, just like we were 1 minute ago. I see. Yes. Purpose of this chamber? Are you there? It's a crypt. It's ritual. What kind of archaeologist are you? Yeah, don't you have to fuck off? It's safe. Well, let's see about that. Yeah, well, you are not totally stupid. So, can we push or pull the animal head? Just trying the basics. Nope. So, any idea? Right? Yeah. Sidekick through and through. Please come to this conveniently apart place. Go. And I think this is our moment to pick up the kerosene lamp. There you go. Something with kerosene. No shit. Let's go back to the temple. So, can this be the nose? Please, no. Let's see what your friend is up to. Can we use kerosene lamp, the spiral design? No. And we open it and open kerosene lamp and use the kerosene to do my lamp, huh? Yeah. There you go. That's it. Now can we just pull the spiral design? There you go. And of course, now we run with the spiral design and we sell it to the best bidder now, okay? So of course, we pull the nose. Aha! That's too much. Bless my soul. The Atlantean king, I recognize him from his face. Small stone disc with images of land and sea engraved on it, as no other civilization has ever done before. Goodbye, fellow seekers. Hey, oh, master! Almost invisible. And can you push it? Of course it won't. Okay, step by step. Let's do our looting and then we continue. Who knows? Maybe it's the form of an Atlantean king because, of course, the first. Aha, shiny bead. Orichalcum, nonetheless. So, with your permission, sir, give me the orichalcum bead. So, shall we give it to... apparently we cannot. So, Sophia, can we give it to her? For her necklace? Nope. So now we have orichalcum. Can we trade it with Costa maybe? And get our information? No, he wants the Atlantean thing. So we have to go back to Iceland, I guess. Let's go. Side. Yeah. The more you play these classic games, the more you understand that fast traveling was something. Okay. This poor man has suffered the consequences of working too much on something, as every PhD student can tell you. He's frozen solid. Poor fellow. So, suppose it's like really feeding. Okay, that's it. So, I wonder what we have to do. It's perfectly. It melted itself right out of the ice, and now this ill figurine bronze coil needs something that we can pick up and, of course, trade in black market as soon as possible. Let's go to Azores. Azores. So, eventually it was true. The parrot had the key. I don't know if you believe that, but I remember when the fourth Indiana Jones movie was announced and they were starting the rumors and speculations, the big trend was that they were going to finally adapt The Fate of Atlantis into a movie. And the more they started developing on the concept of aliens and so on in the movie, the more it seemed to be true. So I guess that the first disappointment of that movie was basically discovering that the title. So I'm offering the mysterious figurine. looks interesting as well. Field mister. Listen carefully. I don't know exactly where to find it, but the avocado is in the Sprague collection. Got that? Sprague collection. Nice. Eternal story of Indiana Jones, always finding bastards. That's realistic, actually. Barnett College of Sprague collections. A research laboratory somewhere in Germany, conveniently looking Frankenstein-style laboratory, with all this cryptic pseudoscientific stuff that is very wobbly and electric. See what Herr Jones is involved. What on earth? It's amazing. If you come back to show me this, prehistoric midnight. And we have failed. I see no evidence here for the logical metal protocol or recalculum. Considering the base, this is more shiny. And it glitters like fire. These guys didn't really crave for big references. My God! We've done it! We destroyed the laboratory outright. Energy for reading without any radioactivity. That gives me an idea. Oh, I wonder which one. Say the statues of the mouth. Once again, I miss when humor was more present in video games. Think of tanks, think of airplanes. Think of me in the morning, much better than coffee. Think of bombs. After this little veteran, of course, the stairs are repaired now. Here somewhere. So we leave this adventure just to get back home. Interesting. Okay. Yes, please. This is scary here. I'll meet you in your office. Well, say what you will, but this guy started being knocked and pulled down by a lot of bookshelves, so you shouldn't undermine a library. Okay, so clearly we are not... Okay, can we push the bookshelf? No. So we are looking for big sites. Okay. Some pots. Oh, it's not gonna be that easy, right? Now, can we just braided hemp? Come on, can we just use the rope and go up? Yeah, we can. Okay, and these ones, the most ominous. Textile from the Shalmot collection, no. Bedwork from the Phonics collection, no. Come on, Sprague, where are you? Well, you can't reach it unless we can move this thing. Ah, the floor isn't slippery enough. That's a clue. So can we use kerosene again? What can go wrong in using kerosene in the middle of a library? No. Okay. Arrowhead. Childhood collection. Can we pick it up? We can. Cool. We are looting our own department. So, okay, no. Hey, can we pull the big crate? Don't come any farther. Pushing it maybe. There you go. That's the old chest. I love classic tropes. Maybe it's part of the old war collection. Yeah, but let's open it. Yeah, of course it's locked. Okay, let's be scientific. Arrowhead in the old chest? No. The floor isn't slippery enough, so we have to make it a slippery. Why do we have to make it a slippery? No. No chest. Can we use again? Nope. Can we simply pull it? If anyone has a brilliant idea in the chat, I am more than happy to have inspiration today. Don't be polite. You can call me an idiot if you are seeing it clearly and I am not. Okay. Am I saying that I could have used the whip from the beginning? Nah. Just checking. Chest. And this is basically making point and click. Okay, there is a rope here. There is a rope here that I forgot was there. Still strong. I can pick it up. You can pick up the rope, really, sir? Okay. Arrowhead with rope. Okay. Can we use the kerosene rope? Doesn't seem to work. Makes sense. Can we just pull the rope? Come on. You can pull a rope? What kind of adventure are you? Can we use the hole? No. Cutting hole. Pick up a hole. Now that would be physically complicated. No. Just rope. Any brilliant idea? Anyone in the chat? That's interesting. Sauna, Max, maybe? I'm sure your brains were better than mine, so. Slippery. Yes, I am resourcing to the old archive of playthrough and I think I got it. Yeah, we have to take a little detour, but basically we need to make some slippery, so we need some slippery substance. Please don't take me wrong. We are looking for mayonnaise that is convenient or in our office, so we have to go through the campus. The least adventurous but the most glamorous aspect of Indiana Jones sagas, especially in the movies, the campus parts. That's probably one of the things I like best of the fourth movie, that I'm not elaborating on, but because we are against hate speech, but basically the part of the campus I must say is interesting. No, sorry. No, it's okay, little Sana. YouTube gave me the hints, it's okay. But I appreciate the help, really do. So let's pick up the mayonnaise. I should have picked it up from the beginning. Rule number 1 of point and click, pick up everything you can. I really miss in this type of game that you could run or press some button just to move fast. There we go. So when we discover the book, yep. Yeah, let's use the rope. So if we need to make something slippery, let's use the jar of mayonnaise with the totem pole. And let's pull the totem pole. There you go. Shall we pull it a little bit more? Perfect. And now, there we go. That's what artifacts are for. So here we are, square one. We are looking for the book in the Sprague collection where Marcus, he thought this was a Maasai warrior. So Sprague collection, maybe the chest? This is anti-Columbus. Poor fellow. And I named Marcus. I mean, we cannot interact with the shells with maybe this. Ah, Shiva. Indy has memories of that goddess. Medieval gargoyle, delimitation. So no, I think we have to go to the. No, we cannot reach that hole, so it has to be around here. The orange. Okay. Old war collection. Can we pick it up? Start with any more necessary. Okay. Fair, sir. We are a statue that person I go. Can we pick up something? I can pick it up. Okay, fair enough. So really a collection and there must be a book, so shall we simply open this? There we go. Someone ashes in here. Again, pick everything you can. Yeah. Something loose in here. There we go. A key. We have a key, we have a chest. And of course it doesn't work. Yeah, sure. There is something we couldn't open before. Yet another chest. Yeah. Dusty old chest. Chest is empty. Of course it is. Can we open? It's already open? Yeah, it's already open. It was too easy. Yeah. What am I missing? As usual. Yes. No, I'm missing something because I kind of remember that it was here in the chest. I use it right properly. Yeah. I remember something about the ashes. I mean, as I think that considering time, as soon as we find the lost dialogue of Plato, which is quite an interesting sentence to say, we can call it a night. There we go. Let's start with the more necessary. Yeah, but can we just pick up the ashes? Or, I can't remember that the book was in the chest. What am I missing? dusty old chest. It is empty as it says. Can we simply pull it now that it's open? Okay, can we use this? No. Now I am trying all my inventory. All that. Okay, what if we close it? And the hinges are sprung. Of course. It's empty. That wasn't expected. I thought it was there. It says identified postures. That's weird. I cannot remember. I'm checking with the gods of playthrough once again. So yeah, the manuscript should be in the chest. So there is something I am missing. Yep. I can pick up the app. Open. It's already open. I'm really just with the key. Didn't work. This is strange. There's something I'm missing. But considering the time, I think we are gonna call it a day in this very anticlimactic ending because even the walkthrough, the manuscript is in the chests, but not today. But I mean, it has been a dead end after another dead end, which is the spirit of point-and-click games anyway. And since we have this tradition in retro gaming of never finishing the game, so we are tempting you all to be clever, more clever than me, which is not really difficult, but especially to get to the end of the game and enjoy it all through. Please don't miss the opportunity to play this big classic. I promise it gets funnier and more epic as it progresses. Actually, it's a pity because the manuscript was really cool to see as an ending, but never mind. Thank you so much, Linuxona, for your help, and thank you so much, Max, for your loyalty as usual. And don't miss streaming this Sunday because there will be more streaming for birthday bash of SASA. Happy birthday, SASA, with Kate Nitti as usual. Next week we will continue playing Chia with Alex. So enjoy your weekend, Friday afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, and see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.